Hey, guess what's happening on this week's episode of the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle Podcast with your friend and host, Oscar Camejo.
Fast food tastes so good and it's very convenient. You're always on the move and you may not always know or even have a lot of time to try to figure out what to eat for breakfast, what to eat for lunch, or even try to cook dinner every night. Yeah, you want to cut back and you want to start eating healthier and make healthier choices, but it's hard. Between taking care of your family, getting the kids ready for school, and getting ready to log in for work online, your schedule is probably always packed. And you're just finding yourself eating fast food or just grabbing whatever you can on the way out the door or on the way home. Been there, done that myself. Maybe you're traveling for work, always on the go, and eating out is simply what you have to do because of your work circumstances. Life keeps you busy. I know it. Trust me. I know the frustration. If you're looking for ways to eat healthy while balancing a hectic lifestyle, I want you to stay tuned. Today, I'm going to share some practical steps for switching things up when choosing fast food. Sometimes we can't avoid fast food, but we can decide to make better choices when we're eating out. When I started my health journey of losing weight and reversing type 2 diabetes, it was a gradual change that I had to make. And I will tell you this, I was able to gradually make some changes when it came to eating out. And because of that, my life has never been the same. Today, I'm healthier and I'm in the best shape of my life, people, simply because I made the necessary lifestyle changes that helped me to achieve lasting results. So in today's episode, we're going to delve into the top reasons why most people eat out and how to finally take control over what's on your to-go plate. You'll receive some practical steps for gradually improving your nutrition in order for you to lose weight and feel healthier. And guess what, folks? Keep the weight off even beyond the New Year's resolutions and so forth. So stick around to hear the rest of today's episode. You don't want to miss it. Let's go. Be sure to visit the website at www.beatingdiabetieslifestyle.com for access to free resources and other information that will help you along your journey. If you would like to submit a question or a comment about the show or to learn more about the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle, you can always email me at hello@beatingdiabetieslifestyle.com. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to this podcast. Welcome to the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle Podcast with me, your host, Oscar Camejo, helping diabetics make lifestyle changes to reverse type 2 diabetes. Hey, listen. There's also people who are not diabetics listening to this podcast, and I am so grateful for everyone who takes the time to tune in each week. This podcast is listened to in over 42 countries and territories. Folks, I am so grateful for everybody who tunes in, whether you're in Europe, you're in Asia. I mean, there's people in Russia listening to this podcast. And of course, my people throughout the U.S., thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. You know, when people first find out about this Beating Diabetes Lifestyle podcast, one of the top things people want to know is, what do I do about my eating? How do I take control over what I'm putting in my body? Well, my whole goal through this podcast, as well as through my TikTok channel, through Facebook, Instagram, and even Twitter, is to help people make healthy choices when it comes to their overall nutrition, their fitness, and well-being. You see, I'm a nutrition guy. I love nutrition, but I also love fitness. And I think there has to be a great balance between the two. Because listen, folks, we can run to the gym every day, but guess what? We cannot out-exercise a poor diet. So in today's episode, we're going to deal with the upside of downsizing your fast food while on the go. Yeah, folks, there's a lot of fast food out there. And do you know that when I was a kid in the 80s, I went to Jamaica. My mother's family is from Jamaica. And we were on a family trip, just going to go visit relatives and so forth. And I believe this was my first time going to Jamaica. And again, now this is the 80s in Jamaica. And so, me having been born in the States, I'm originally from Miami. I was big into, fast food. So, while in Jamaica as a kid, guess what I'm looking for? I'm looking for a Burger King. Yes, I was looking for a Burger King in Jamaica. Now, you're talking about in the 80s. There was no Burger King in Jamaica in the 80s. At least I don't recall. So, of course, me as a little kid, I'm very disappointed because I want a burger. I wanted some fries and I wanted a Coke and I couldn't have it. So, me, I was always a smart mouth little kid. So, of course, I let my family have it. I was like, what? There's no Burger King here? Take me back to Miami. So, fast forward to the mid 90s. I go back to Jamaica. I want to say this is 1996. And as an adult, now I'm not looking for Burger King at this time, but guess what? I found a KFC, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Well, they go by KFC now. And I was looking for that fried chicken. And some of my family members, they let me go to, or they showed me a KFC. And man, I was happy. But guess what? The food tasted differently. I mean, I don't know what it was at the time, but I was like, man, this don't taste like KFC back home. So it was wild, man. So yes, as a little kid, I'm looking for fast food. As an adult in the 90s, I'm looking for fast food in another country. That was wild. Folks, did you know that since the 1960s, there has been an increase of fast food restaurants across the U.S. and into other countries? That's wild, man. I mean, you can go to different places in Asia and find a McDonald's. You can probably find Burger King. You can find pretty much almost anything you can find in the States or in the US, in a lot of these countries. Fast food is everywhere, literally everywhere. People eat fast food for various reasons, whether you're here in the United States or in other countries. And people are motivated for different reasons. So I want to go over about 10 reasons, maybe the top 10 reasons why I believe most people eat fast food. Number one, convenience. Yeah, fast food is so easily accessible. You talking about the quick service. I can get my food and go, and I don't have to cook it. All I have to do is just pay somebody, and I have this big bag of whatever. Man, convenience is king, especially when you're having a busy schedule. And every day it just seems to be busy. Number two, time efficiency. The fast preparation of food and the fast service. I mean, you're talking about saving time. Think about it. In 3 minutes, you can place your order, get your food, and you're on the go. You're ready to go. Well, some places, you're probably be in a fast food drive-through for like 10, 20 minutes. It's crazy. Hey, y'all remember here in the US when Popeyes had the whole chicken sandwich thing and people were going crazy? I mean, they were lining up for hours and hours, whether in the drive-thru or in the walk-up restaurant, just to get this chicken sandwich thing, the spicy chicken sandwich. And I mean, it was just all the rage, if you will. It was crazy. So in that situation, it wasn't efficient. It wasn't time saving. People were just wanting to just gravitate to try this chicken sandwich. Hey, full disclosure, I tried it. I did wait in a long line to see what it was all about. And I was really disappointed. In any case, number three, affordability. Fast food is often perceived as more affordable than dining in restaurants or even cooking at home. Folks are thinking about, okay, this is more budget friendly. I can get a whole value meal for $3 or under $10 and I'll be good. I need to feed my whole family. I don't feel like cooking for my family. So let's just go and get this food and be on our way. Okay. Reason number 4, tastes and cravings. Let's be honest. A lot of fast food is very flavorful. They satisfy a specific taste preference that a lot of us have. So again, we just rush out to go get something fast and quick because not only is it convenient and affordable, this stuff tastes good, right? But have you ever heard the saying that everything that tastes good ain't good for you? No, I'm just kidding. I don't think that's an actual saying. I just made part of that up. In any case, number 5, wide variety. I mean, you can't help but look at all these different menu options and choices that you have. I mean, who wouldn't want to just eat out all the time at a fast food spot? And you have all these choices. If you want a burger, you can get a burger. If you want a chicken sandwich, you can get a chicken sandwich. And if you want a salad, you can get a salad. If you want to get a Coke or a shake or all kinds of stuff, man, there's so many different options out there. You have so many fast food chains that offer a diverse menu. They cater to all different kind of tastes and preferences. They provide options for a variety of customers. That's why they're in business. And that's why they stay in business. And speaking of that, number 6, marketing and advertising. Again, we're talking about the top reasons why a lot of people love eating fast food. And number 6 is marketing and advertising. See, I have a marketing and advertising background as well as communications. And I understand that effective marketing campaigns and communication ads and advertising strategies by a lot of these fast food chains, they're designed to influence people's choices. Listen, they pay lots of money to professional photographers and videographers to make their sandwiches, their burgers, their meals look so great. The fried wings, oh my gosh, it's nothing like seeing an ad, a commercial where the steam is just coming off of your favorite kind of chicken wings, right? And so guess what? The more and more you see those ads, they create a desire to want those things. Think about it. You drive down the street and you hear an ad on the radio, or if you're listening to a podcast, or if you're listening to or watching something on Netflix or whatnot, or you're watching your favorite sports event and these ads are just popping up. Or let's say, again, you're driving down the street and you see these billboards and oh my gosh, all these signs about food. And man, where I live, there are so many fast food restaurants left and right. I don't know about you, but you in one neighborhood, I mean, there's like 3 or 4 of this one fast food chain, and then maybe 3 of another fast food chain. And I mean, there's just fast food everywhere. Convenience is king, folks. Marketing and advertising is designed to influence our choices. So that's why we have to be wise and make better choices and take control over what we're putting in our bodies. Number 7, social factors. Fast food is often associated with socializing, and the convenience of grabbing a quick bite makes it a popular choice for people to get together. So think about it. Whether it's football season or soccer season, baseball season, you name it, when there's your favorite sports is happening, guess what? Restaurants get packed because it's all about socializing and bringing people together and having fun. And you know what, folks? I get it. When you're at your football Super Bowl parties, or you're at your even New Year's parties with your friends, or you're out celebrating a birthday party, who's really thinking about eating salads and eating healthy? No, it's a social thing. So we just indulge. We eat what's there. We order whatever's on the menu and we have a great time. Listen, folks, I'm not about, eliminating certain things and just having a boring life or eating boring food. I think food should be used for socialization. It's just what we put in our bodies on a regular basis is what we really need to pay attention to. So the occasional burger is not going to hurt you. The occasional French fries is not going to hurt you. It's what we're doing day in and day out. So yeah, even though there's social factors that influence our decisions, we still want to make healthier, and wiser choices. All right, let's move on. Number 8, the 8th reason for why some people are motivated to eat out when it comes to fast food: lack of cooking skills, lack of time, like we mentioned earlier. So I'll be honest, there's people who simply do not know how to cook. Maybe they were not taught to cook. They never learned how to cook. So it's just easier to just go out and eat. I mean, you could be a college student and you haven't learned how to cook yet. So guess what? You're going to a drive-through no matter what. That's just what it is. You're eating on campus. You're going to eat whatever's there. I mean, that's just how it is. Or you may be an adult and you're like, you know what? I don't have time, even though I'm single. I don't have time to be, quote unquote, slaving over a stove, even if I'm just cooking for myself. And you just like, nah, I'm not going to do that. I'll put aside money to just go out and eat and have a good time. I'll order in. I'll do the Uber Eats or the DoorDash, and that'll be it. You see, people who don't have a lot of time or the skill sets to prepare meals at homes, they are going to opt to eat out. They're going to opt to eat fast food. I mean, again, it's convenient. Convenience is the alternative to cooking at home. I get it. Okay, number 9, comfort and familiarity. Familiarity with fast food brands and a comfort in knowing what to expect can influence a lot of people's decisions and their food options. For example, I mentioned about craving Burger King when I was a little kid. I was comfortable and I was familiar with that fast food. So that's what I wanted. I wasn't thinking about eating cooked food, home cooked meals when I was in Jamaica. I was wanting a burger and I was determined to get a burger, even though I didn't find one. So think about it. Your favorite fast food restaurant, do you really go there because you're actually hungry, or is just familiar? It's a familiarity for you to go to this one place every morning, to go to this one place every lunch, to go to this one place on the way home for dinner. Is you have this trust that you've built in these brands. Now back to marketing and advertising. When a company has built a brand, they built their brand to win your trust. So when it comes to, again, the 9th reason that people choose fast food restaurants is because the marketing and advertising for a lot of these companies have allowed you to build trust in them, whether you're hungry or not. Again, your mind is, hey, this is my habit. This is what I do. This is my routine. This is where I stop. And this is what I'm going to eat. And that's it. Okay, now let's move on. Here's the 10th reason: 24/7 availability. Again, we're talking about convenience earlier. That's what we started with. But 24/7. There's some fast food restaurants that operate all day, every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even on holidays, they're always providing that constant option that people are looking for. Because let's be honest, you have some people who are single and they're just busy. They're on the move all the time. And guess what? They may want to get up in the middle of the night and go grab something to eat. Or, I mean, you may not even be single. You may be a couple, husband and wife, and you're like, hey, let's go grab something to eat in the middle of the night. And you just go. Man, I remember when I went to New York for the first time. Yeah, NYC, baby. And man, when they said the city that never sleeps, yo, you know, New York does not sleep. And literally, you can go at any time of night to go grab pizza, New York style pizza. You can grab, a sandwich. You can grab a whole meal and have a good time with your friends or by yourself. 24 hours a day. Man, tell me about it. I mean, you have some places like Waffle House that you can always go and grab something to eat. It's fast food. It's convenient. You're comfortable with it. And you may not know how to cook. So guess what? You're going to go to Waffle House. So listen, folks, I don't mean to make light of a lot of this stuff, but I just want to be honest. We all desire fast food at times. Me personally, full disclosure, I haven't stopped eating out. I just have changed what I eat. I still like fast food, but I don't go to the places that I used to go to. I personally don't go to Burger King anymore. I don't go to Popeyes anymore. I don't go to the fast food chicken places and all these other places anymore. I just don't. Yeah, there's times, I'm very busy. I have a lot going on. And I just go and choose different options. I choose healthier options. There's a place that serves fast food, Mediterranean food, and I love it. Man, sometimes I'm leaving the gym and it's like 7 o'clock at night. And getting home, I don't want to be cooking till like 8:30, 9 o'clock. And for me, I just don't like eating after a certain time anyway at night. So guess what? Yeah, there are times where I'll eat out. So I'll go to this fast food place called Kava. And it's great. I love their food, fresh vegetables and a bunch of other stuff. So that may not be the approach that you want to take. You may not have a Kava. You may not have a place that has healthy food that you can get all the way up till 10 o'clock at night, like Kava. And you're just struggling. Listen, I've been there. Folks, this was my routine. Let me tell you what my routine was before the whole health turnaround, all of that. I used to eat a chicken biscuit every morning. Some days it would be like a chicken, egg, and cheese bagel, maybe, or a croissant every morning on the way to work. That was my routine. I would get that plus some hash browns and some lemonade or sweet tea mixed with lemonade, basically an Arnold Palmer. Every morning, folks, every morning. Yes, this particular place I used to go to, they had an app and I used to go and scan that app and build up my points, and they made it very convenient. Hey, keep coming in. You can get a free meal. I love it. You know what I'm saying? Well, I loved it back then. And that was Chick-fil-A. Come on. You get good service, good customer service, convenient. I had my order down packed, man. I used to eat fried chicken. All the time. Or it could have been fried fish, eat a lot of burgers. Some days for lunch, I used to go to a place called Nuke's, and Nuke's had this like huge pizza, man, this personal pizza. Oh my gosh, you're talking about pizza that's really, really good. Now, it's not like your New York style pizza or your Chicago pizza. Nothing can beat those pizzas. I know. For my New Yorkers and my Chicago heads, I know. Or my folks in Italy, I know y'all have the best pizza all the way around. I get it. But over here, man, I used to go to Nuke's and I used to get like, they had like this 3-meat pizza, man, that had like sausage, pepperoni, and something else. And it was good. It was greasy, but it was good. And man, I remember eating that pizza. I would pick it up, and before I would get back to work, man, that pizza would be gone. I'm driving and eating it. It's crazy, man. Yeah, I used to eat burgers like often. Very, very often. If I wasn't eating pizza at Nuke's, I used to go to Papa John's, man, and my family, we used to order, what was it? It was Pizza Thursdays for us. But what was crazy, some of us liked Papa John's and others of us liked Little Caesars. So we literally would get 2 kinds of pizza, man, every Thursday and just indulge in pizza. Man, no wonder I ballooned up to 268 pounds between 2014 and 2018. Folks, it was crazy. And, thank you guys for indulging me with my stories. But I like to share my story. I felt compelled to always share my story so you can know that, hey, I'm not just some guy that you can't relate to. I've been exactly where you are. Trust me. When I was 268 pounds, I was dealing with a lot of cravings that a lot of you all deal with possibly. I was drinking a lot of soda, a lot of fruit juices, a lot of stuff I was just indulging in. But you know, folks, I got to the place where I was like, enough is enough. So now I don't eat regular fries, like the French fries. I don't order regular fries anymore. And on occasion, I may go to a sit down restaurant and get some sweet potato fries, you know. And unfortunately, those are fried still, but that's like every blue moon, I'll get some of that. But I started making sweet potato fries at home in my air fryer, and I don't have to deal with the food being deep fried and so forth. So, folks, hopefully you understand where I'm going with all of this, right? Just like you, we have cravings. We all have cravings. I have cravings. You have cravings. But we can curb those cravings by making slow, steady changes. You see, I know how it is. Like me, some days you're on your way to work. You're heading out to your fast food restaurant for lunch, maybe breakfast, lunch, again, after work. So you make it to the drive through and you're in front of that counter or you're at the menu thing outside. What do you do now? Now that you are wanting to be more health conscious and you're wanting to make better choices, what do you do now? So here are some strategies, folks, for making better choices when eating out. Whether it's fast food, going through the drive-through, or sitting down at a sit-down restaurant. Now, again, I'm not telling you to just quit cold turkey. For some people, that's very difficult. I get it. Some of you may go cold turkey like I did in some situations. You know, there were certain things I was able to do cold turkey right away. And it was easy to do. And others it was very hard. So I had to gradually change my choices. So here are about 8 things or 8 strategies that I want you to consider implementing in your life. Number 1, do not supersize your meals. That's right. Folks, stop supersizing. I get it. It's convenient. The person at the counter says, "Hey, would you like to supersize that for another $1?" And you're like, "Oh, wow. Yeah, for $1, I can get more fries and I can get a bigger drink. Sure, go for it." Or rather than getting the single burger, you get a double or even triple, because guess what? Marketing, they're advertising this new sale on your favorite burger. Yeah, why not get the big triple Mac or whatever they have out there these days? So you go for it. And the reason why I'm telling you or suggesting that you not supersize is, listen, if you're currently overweight, if you're obese, if you're dealing with food cravings, you're a diabetic, maybe you've been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, or maybe you're concerned about developing type 2 diabetes and you don't want to go down that road. One of the things that is very important for us to do is to not overindulge in our food. Basically, control our portion sizes. Now, I know the last thing we think about when we're at the drive-thru or eating out is controlling our portions. But you have to become a more conscious eater. You have to be more wise. You have to wise up to what you're putting in your body. So, number 1, do not supersize your food. Just take the regular menu. If you are going to go for the burger, the fries, and the Coke, just drink or just get the small order or the regular order for starters. Of course, my preference is for you, not to eat the stuff, period. But I know you have to gradually get there. We all had to get there at some point. Number 2, when it comes to choosing like how your food is prepared, I would prefer you choosing grilled over fried food. So instead of getting the fried chicken sandwich, opt for the grilled chicken sandwich at some of these places. And I know, first thing you're saying, but Oscar, they don't taste the same. I know, I get it. We're talking about changing though. Remember, change is important. Change is the key to life, folks. So choose grilled over fried. Sometimes that may mean don't even get the French fries with your burger or with your chicken sandwich. Sometimes they'll offer like the little small size salad, go for it, or the fruit option, go for that instead of the fried food. Folks, if you're having high cholesterol, you're dealing with high blood pressure and so forth, and cutting out fried food or limiting fried food is one of the things that you really want to take seriously. I'm telling you, I was able to get off high blood pressure medication and high cholesterol medication by simply putting in healthier fats in my diet, like avocado and cooking with olive oil and so forth, and not deep frying my food, not eating fried foods. I mean, I've been able to really turn things around. Number 3, I want you to limit or avoid sauces like mayo, tartar sauces, ketchup, mustard, etc. I already hear you telling me, oh, Oscar, I'm not giving up my mayo. I love tartar sauce on my fish sandwiches. No way. I'm not giving that up at all. Ketchup, Oscar, you want me to give up ketchup? You want me to give up mustard? My sandwich is just going to be dry. Okay, folks, calm down. Don't be mad at your friend. I love you, but I got to be honest. Why are you ordering extra mayo and extra tartar sauce? You don't need all that. You don't need extra ketchup. Folks, listen, I know you like the taste of the mayo and you're used to it. Again, don't get upset with me. I'm telling you that if you want to start cutting back and start losing weight, you're going to have to make some changes. You know what I started doing? I started telling them, okay, if I'm going to order a burger, make it with light mayo, light ketchup, light mustard, or no mayo. Or you know what? Instead of having them to put any of the sauces, just ask for the sauce packets. So at least, and get one of them. Don't get a whole bunch of mayo packets and your tartar sauce packets and stuff like that. Just get one of each and just put it on there. Okay? You're slowly going to cut back. Hear what I'm saying? The goal is to cut back on your calories. That's why I asked you not to supersize. Go for the small or regular size meals. Go for the grilled. We're talking about cutting back on calories, cutting back on sauces, and avoiding certain sauces are going to help you to cut back on your calories. Because folks, the more sauces you add to your sandwiches and stuff like that, you're just adding extra calories that you really don't need. They all add up. Trust me. So for those of you all who are really into counting calories, that's something to think about. All right, number 4, let's move on. I want you to avoid the all-you-can-eat restaurants. Yes, those places that you and your family like to go on Sunday afternoons. I mean, they are not providing you any benefit for you eating all of that food. And you're like, oh, but Oscar, it's just really convenient. We can all just go as a family. We pay the whatever price and we can eat whatever we want and we can take some food home. Well, some of the places don't even let you take food home. So it forces you to eat all that food right then and there. Folks, I can't tell you the last time I've been to a buffet. It's been years because I know buffets will only tempt you to eat more than you probably should. Again, we're talking about controlling our portion sizes. So when you go to these restaurants and they bring out the bread, right? You don't have to eat the bread, a whole bunch of bread that they bring out. Just eat one slice and you'll be good. Right? You go to these places that have the bottomless fries. You better find the bottom. I'm telling you. You don't have to eat all those fries, guys. Come on now. All right, number 5. Skip the sugary drinks. I talk a lot about sugary drinks. As a matter of fact, recently I did a podcast episode on sugary drinks and some things to really take into consideration. So skip the sugary drinks, folks, especially the supersized options. I get it. Sometimes when you're going to the gas station and you hear about the big gulp for $1 or 50 cents and you just load up and drink all of this soda and you're like, oh man, this is so convenient. I can just take this on the go. Or you go to the fast food place and they have the supersized drink options. Folks, listen, liquid calories are no bueno. You don't need to get your calories from drinks, folks. Trust me, you don't need it. But if you must have a soda, you may want to consider the 0 calorie options. I know some people say, well, I could just do the diet. Okay, you can, but don't get in the mindset of thinking, oh, I can just eat a whole bunch of this unhealthy food and just get this diet drink and then I'll be good. That's like a psychological warfare that you're playing with yourself when it comes to your diet and nutrition. That's all a game, folks. Don't think that you can get the 0 calorie drink, even the small one or the regular size one, and just still eat whatever you want and still eat the fried foods, the super size burger and chicken sandwich meals and stuff like that. No, again, and this goes into number 6, and I kind of alluded to this before. Choose low calorie options, whether it's your drinks or your food. Listen, most restaurants now, your fast food chains, they have their nutrition facts that you can find on their websites or in their apps. And I know it may not be convenient to do the research and do your homework, but it will serve you well to know exactly how much calories you're putting in your body when you choose certain foods. Now, folks, can I be honest with you? I love cookies. I love chocolate chip cookies. So I didn't stop, eating cookies. I just stopped getting 2 and 3 cookies and just getting one maybe and cutting it in half or just not going at all. Because it tastes good for the moment, but man, to burn off those calories, to work all that off. Now couple that with drinking something like soda and a 1,500 calorie meal. Guys, that's a lot of calories that you're putting in your body if you're trying to lose weight. So it's up to you. Just think about it. Again, it's up to you. All right, number 7, let's move on. Start balancing your fast food meals with healthier foods throughout the day. Every fast food meal doesn't have to be unhealthy, folks. Again, yes, you may be used to during lunch getting a pizza, but sometimes it'll serve you well to get a soup and a salad. And I know for some people, you may be tired of eating salads. I get it. Been there, done that. But folks, we're talking about having choices and giving ourselves healthier options. Don't always get the chicken sandwich, the fried chicken sandwich. Don't always get a sandwich whenever you go for lunch. Get a salad some days. There may be some days where you're like, you know what? Hey, I'm just going to have some fruit. I'm going to have some just better options at some of these restaurants, right? And it's okay. There's times where if I go out and I go to the same kebab place that I mentioned to you, I say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to have any chicken. I'm just going to have all vegetables, and it serves me great. I get full, my body's satiated. I get the nutrition that I need, that my body really needs, and I'm good to go, And let's say, folks, if I want to go and get the occasional burger, yeah, I'm not going to do the fries. It's not going to serve me any purpose to eat the fries. So I'll get either just a burger by itself and some water, and I'm good to go. I don't have to have a starch with every meal. You don't have to have fries with every burger. Folks, again, just mix things up. So again, start balancing your fast food meals with healthier foods throughout the day. There's some grab and go foods that, some of these grocery stores, they sell, and it has like the sliced turkeys, the ones that are not processed though. They have some other grab and go meals that are good. And I'm not talking about getting the box foods that are like in the frozen food aisles, and then you heat that up and they're full of so much sodium and so forth. I'm talking about actual meals that it could be salads, it could be a chicken salad, Or it could be a chicken sandwich, a grilled chicken sandwich that's already prepped for you that has some little snacks with it. Those are really good options for lunch. I mean, you can buy 2 or 3 for the week and say, okay, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I'm going to do a grab and go for lunch. There's some other options that you can do for dinner as well. So those are some things that you want to consider when it comes to balancing your fast food meals with healthier foods. So if you're not at the point where you can totally eliminate fast food, you still can look at what are some options that I can choose while I'm on the go. If you're a traveler at the airport, trust me, they don't only serve fast food, burgers and pizzas, wings, and so forth. There are different options. There are a lot more health conscious restaurants that are popping up, even at the airport, that you can grab while you're on the go and traveling. Okay. Number 8, which is the final strategy that I want you to consider. Even if you're working from home or if you're traveling, you don't need to order DoorDash and eating Uber Eats every day. You can pack your lunches. So that's number 8. You can pack your lunches, folks. You can find some time, some extra minutes every day between, if you're spending a lot of time on social media on the night before, you could use that time to pack your lunch, folks. You can find time. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're all given 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I'm pretty sure if we did an audit of our time, we can find time to pack our lunches, pack our meals, meal prep. And I'm not talking about when it comes to meal prep. I'm not saying you got a meal prep for the next 5-7 days. No, you can just meal prep for the next day. It doesn't take a lot, folks. Trust me. When it comes to salads, some of the grocery stores sell bags of salad that can be spread across multiple days. Or let's say if you take one day a week, for those who are still learning how to cook, you can buy yourself an air fryer and you can get some chicken breast. You can cut up the chicken breast. You can season it, put in the air fryer, and you can make 3 to 4 meals just out of that. I'm telling you, I have an air fryer and within 12 minutes, I can cook an entire meal and I'm good to go. So folks, listen, there's so many things that we can do and so many things I can share with you to help you to turn things around. But if you come up with different reasons as to why you just have to eat out all the time, then that's fine. But I want you to, again, choose healthier options when you're on the go. If I can lose over 80 pounds, folks, in less than a year and be able to get off diabetes medication, get off high cholesterol medication, high blood pressure medication, if I can turn my life around, literally, and my health around, me, a person who doesn't have a degree in any of this stuff, you can too. So I want you to be encouraged, folks. There is a lot that I know that you may be responsible for. I know there's a lot that's on your shoulders, but listen, your health is all you have. You have to take care of yourself. I want you to take your health serious enough to make changes. And you know what? That may start with you downsizing what you're putting in your fast food bag when you're on the go. So hopefully this episode, the upside of downsizing your fast food while on the go, has been a blessing to you. So folks, I love you. As always, stay focused, keep moving, never go back, leap forward, bounce back because you can, my friend. And above all else, trust God. You got this. I believe in you.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for tuning in to the Beating Diabetes Lifestyle Podcast with Oscar Camejo. We hope you enjoyed this episode. As a reminder, this podcast is intended for motivational and educational purposes only. It is not a substitute for professional care by a physician or other healthcare professional or qualified fitness instructor. This podcast is provided on the understanding that it does not constitute medical or professional advice or services. If you're looking for help on your journey, seek a qualified medical practitioner. It's important that you utilize someone who is a trained, licensed healthcare professional who can help you on your journey toward good health.